I don't know what temperature is. It's nice. The sun's shining. Uh, but we don't have palm trees like they got down there. Since I've been on, been doing a lot of things and and hoping that we're connecting here on all the channels that I'm on, YouTube, Twitch, uh, and something about says fair, great, something. Anyway, um, let's you know we're having to put out trillions and trillions of dollars uh, to save our economy, and we could do this all without debt or without taxes. That's what the NEAT Act is all about. It's about Congress creating the money and not bankers creating the money. All the trillions of dollars that we're putting out now, the bankers are making book on it, and they love it, and because it's all borrowed from their commercial banks. All of the money that is being spent now is being borrowed by the bankers. We have $28 trillion in debt right now, and it's going up exponentially right now. Let's see. I just saw the number last night. It's almost $600 billion a year. The interest that we're paying on our debt right now, and that's going up exponentially. So there will come an end to this, and when it does come to an end, the NEAT Act will be right there to bail us out. Because we will be able to pay off all the debt with the new U.S. dollar in the NEAT Act, and as it comes due, and convert it into no debt at all, and pay it all off. The bankers aren't going to like that because they don't get to make interest off all that shit and fly their Lear jets and do their yachts and all that shit because that's what they do. It's all being done with borrowed money on our backs, on our good credit, which ain't which it ain't. We all know that, and and so we're living in a fictitious world, folks, uh, and and it will come to an end. Uh, I just saw a cartoon that said that the guy was carrying a sign, uh, "The world's going to end," and the guy right behind him says, "Why are you being so optimistic?" And, and so, anyway, the NEAT Act has three parts. It uh, uh, ends fractional reserve banking, where the banks can create money. It takes their power to create money away from them, and it spends money on the economy because we need. Like, how about infrastructure like bridges? And how about I'm an Amtrak fan. I'd like to see trains be able to run all over the country everywhere, and I'd like to have a guaranteed annual income, say $50,000 a year, so that we didn't have to work for these people that use us up, and they do use us up. Okay, they do use us up, and we wouldn't have to work for them, and we'd have to have automated machines and robots to do our work, and that would encourage it, and that'd be best because then we could go to the lake. We could uh, go hell, get in a plane, go off to Paris, walk around Rome, and which was what I'd like to do. So now all money is created with debt, and in the NEAT Act, we can create all money as asset. Would you rather have an asset or a debt? That's really the question. So we can do this, and 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 the people that I love wouldn't have to be made into slaves. And We are slaves. We got to realize that we are slaves. Don't don't think we're not. They make us like they convince us to like the work that we do. No, don't let them convince you of that. Uh, it's we can do far better than that. So anyway, uh, the NEAT Act, the legislation's already written. It's in Congress. It's HR 2990 of the 112th Congress by former Congressman Dennis Kucinich of Cleveland, Ohio, a good man that that they gerrymandered out of office when he passed his bill. Yeah, and so learn about it. That's what we need to do. We need to learn about it and talk about it and say, man, I'm listening to this crazy guy on YouTube and or Twitch or wherever, and and he says we can create money without debt. Without we can create it without the bankers. Here's how money's created. Real quick example. You want a new car. You go $40,000 car down on the lot and think, God, I got to have that. So you walk into your banker's office and say, man, Charlie, I, I see this car out there I really need. So Charlie says, well, uh, uh, sit down, let's talk about this. And I'll check your credit here. And he punches on his computer a little bit, says, well, Charlie, it looks like you got good credit. Says, we got a few papers to sign. Let's sign these papers. And they do that and make a contract. And the banker turns around to his and they sign and the guy signs he signed the contract. And Charlie turns around to his computer and goes, boom. He created that money right then. That money did not exist the instant before Charlie went. That is how money's created. Money that the banker creates, which is all the money, doesn't exist until there's a loan made, until debt's created. We don't have to do that. So, Charlie, guy gets up. You get up from Charlie's desk and start walking away. And Charlie says, "You do have a job, don't you?" Guess what? You're a wage slave from then on. Charlie's going to tell you how to fucking live, and tell you that you got to get up in the morning, you got to go to work, you got to do this. We are slaves, people. Don't forget that we are slaves, and might be happy slaves. Remember, there were happy slaves back in the South. Well, think about this. We can do things so much different. That no poverty, no homelessness, no having to go without health care, no having to go without educations, no having to go without transportation. We can have public transportation in these automated cars that are coming, and you won't even have to own a car. You won't have to make car payments. You won't have to pay maintenance payments. You won't have to do anything like that. It can all be paid for. And and you need to go somewhere. You punch a button, and the car shows up, and you've told it what to do and where you're going and how long you're going to be, and boom, you're off your way. And the car either wait on you when you get there or come send another car when you're ready to come back. So, okay. So anyway, uh, the NEAT Act, HR 2990 of the 112th Congress. Look it up and contact me. I can get you a free book that's 800 pages. Uh, that is the most comprehensive history of money ever written, called The Lost Science of Money by a guy named by a guy named Stephen Zarlenka. So, okay, I'm going to stop now and talk to you again soon. Bye now.